You gonna start drinking it before we even start? I mean, you gotta try it. I mean,
No rules.
Welcome to another episode of a non-alcoholic beer with Atlas. I just took a drink of this before we started, and I already know what it's like, and it's good. And the end.
All right. Well, that was a good one.
Well, there we go. Let's move on
to the next beer.
Alcoholic beers then.
Kidding.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
I wish I knew more German. This is a very German beer, so.
I only know a couple words. But
Guten Tag?
words.
Is that? Yes, and welcome to another episode of a non-alcoholic beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
And you're still sober?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many pounds do you drop from this? Anything yet?
From this?
Yeah.
15.
No, that's not true.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Really?
It has probably zero to do with this, but
Well, okay.
more with the
Working out
450
and-
miles of bike riding.
Sure.
Yeah, 15 pounds.
You like? I think what many of you don't know is Brian has one of those fancy bikes,
Yep.
and he rides it often, and then he posts sweaty pictures of himself on Facebook.
Yeah. I have a special account for those.
Oh boy!
It's OnlyFans. If you're fans of it, working out.
How much are the sweaty to get a subscription to your
free.
OnlyFans?
It's free.
Oh, it's not like $3 a month or something.
No. I mean, I have no expectations.
Okay.
I just want to get those out there.
All right, so non-alcoholic beer number 3 comes to us from Germany. It's called Bitburger.
Yeah.
0.0 premium pills. ALKOHOLFREI.
Alcohol free.
Alcohol free.
Yeah.
That's a very German.
Yeah. It says original German beer right on the bottle in the glass, which
I
is
did.
nice.
Brian had he told me ahead of time. He's like, okay, when you're doing your research on this one, the website has a ton of history.
Yeah.
And so that's all I did was history.
Yeah, I
on
could have
this.
spent a lot of time on this one. There was a lot to read and soak up.
I want to skip ahead to the end though.
Oh, okay. Go
because
ahead.
I thought this is a fun way to introduce it.
Okay.
The company's slogan is Bit ein Bit.
Oh,
Bit
yeah.
ein Bit, which is literally please a bit or a bit please.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1970s, a second slogan was introduced: a Ben's bit, Morgan fit. A bit in the evening, fit in the morning.
So don't drink too much at night, and you'll feel good in the morning.
I guess so.
I like it.
There you go.
So since we're drinking this in the morning,
Yes.
all bets are off.
Well, you can have a bit
Or
in
bits
the
are
morning, right? I mean,
We can. We are. We will. Dolan already did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
The label is interesting. It actually says there's the up at the top on
Mm-hmm.
the neck. You see it says alcohol free, sans alcohol, right underneath. But then it says drive.
Yeah, that's what they call this beer. This is their drive beer. It's been labeled that since the 90s.
So
and it looks very 90s. That circle with the...
Oh, this looks like a beer my dad would have drank, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is or a fancy beer that like he would have bought on special occasions.
This is what his buddies would have made fun of him for having one of these.
Smells pretty bready, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very bready.
So they said this has 3 out of 5. They're just making levels on hop.
Okay.
Malt is 2 out of 5. Brightness 5 out of 5. Fruit flavor or hints of 2 out of 5, and alcohol 0 out of 5. So just so we know what we're getting into.
I don't know if the 2 out of 5 on the fruit flavor is quite on.
You didn't
but
get it?
I'll tell you though, the first drink it tastes like when we have done German beers before for Oktoberfest or those types of things. It's that same flavor.
Yep.
It's that exact same flavor.
Has a green bottle flavor, even though it's
Little
a
bit.
brown
Yeah.
bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll tell
Not
you though,
shabby.
not bad.
After my morning coffee I just had on the way in here, and the Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast, this is a nice little dessert.
And it's 0.0. So
Yeah.
you could still be on top of your game.
Oh, yeah. This is a great way to start the day.
Or go drive a car. I don't know.
Well, it says right on there, drive.
If you showed that to the cop, do you think he'd be like, okay, you can go? Think that'd
they-
be okay? Look, the Germans say it's okay to drive with this. It's 0.0.
Probably. I mean, at
Right?
least they probably make you get out and dance on line and stuff still,
yeah.
but
They still make you
you'd
do the
be
test.
okay.
Yeah.
Do your ABCs backwards?
I couldn't do that when I'm sober.
Yeah, me
Nobody
either.
can. It's a trick.
That's it. That is a trick.
So here's some more information as far as their description. A resplendent, straw-colored gold beer.
Resplendent? Mm-hmm. It's a word I've never used.
Yeah, I don't not even know what it means. With stable white foam, so not unstable if you pour this in the glass. But we're going right out of the bottle, as you should. Aromas, honey, fresh gingerbread, ripe grain, and bitter herbs.
Yeah.
Not your Uncle Herb, but bitter herbs. Tingly, fresh taste, notes of vermouth, which I know is something you put in like mixed drink.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that what you wash the glass out with before you make a martini?
I don't know. I do know it has something to do with martinis. I do know that. Bittersweet, malty flavor. I get the bittersweet part. Like, there is bitter, and then it has like a sweetness. At the end. Their website was cool, and I'm not going to steal too much of your information, but probably the most detailed and neatest lineup of recipes of any brewery we've done, anything. I went through and looked at some of the recipes. I just wrote down the ones that I thought were like the coolest. Beer pancakes with bananas, barbecue chicken curry burger, because this is a European beer, so curry's a big thing.
Okay.
Avocado bacon bombs. Kind of looked like a jalapeno popper. It looked like that sort of deal.
But it's an avocado.
Like avocado and cheese and bacon wrapped in it.
Interesting.
Bitburger broasted, I guess is a term.
Okay,
like
yeah.
Chicken, beer ribs.
Yeah.
And then bratwurst balls.
Oh.
So chopped up brats shaped as ball, like a meatball, but...
Yeah, you take the casing off and then... Yeah, that's the thing.
And that showed really good pictures. It showed how to make all those things. I was like, wow, this is like the best I've ever seen as far as what we've been doing these episodes on. So I just wanted to hit those real quick.
Their website was fantastic. Like I really, really enjoy. I spent far too much time just reading the history of. I mean, just history of beer in general is interesting to me, but just the history of how they grew and the choices they made along the way, because it was very business heavy too.
Yeah, it was neat, and it was also cool just because it was so old. You know, most of the history we have is like 4 years.
Right.
We grew out of our spot 2 years ago, and now here we are.
We just moved into this place in 2019. And
200 years of history here, so cool.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead. What you got?
1817. Johann Peter Wallenborn opens a small rural brewery. Say that fast. Rural brewery.
Sounds like you had real beers.
Right? In the town of Bitburg. 1842, Ludwig Bertrand Simon marries, Elisath. Elisa?
TH, I don't know.
The daughter
Some gal.
Yeah. The daughter of Johann Peter Wallenborn, and takes over the brewery. So he ran it from 1817 to 1842. He marries off his daughter. Husband takes over. 1880, the Bitburger beer was bottled for the first time in a bottle.
1880?
1880. And they closed them with a cork. They put corks in them.
That would be a pain.
Yeah.
Every time.
To pop that cork off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would not be...
It makes regular cork popping less exciting. You know, it's usually for a champagne situation or something. If you had to do it every time you had a beer, you'd be like, oh, man.
Yep.
Whoop-de-doo.
1883, Theobald, the grandson of Johann Peter Wallenborn, brewed the first beer in the Pilsner way. Now, I know we've talked about that a little bit on previous episodes. Like, you know, there's the German purity laws and how or whatever. So this was the first. He did the first Pilsner in the Pilsner way of brewing. 1886, so 3 years later, the first beer export going by horse-drawn carriage is sent to Luxembourg.
Germany, okay.
So they sent Luxembourg.
So before they had, refrigerated trucks, train cars.
Fun fact. That's where my family's from, is Luxembourg.
Luxembourg? Really?
Luxembourg.
Your family is from everywhere.
That is true.
That's where my grandpa's side of the family is
Okay.
from. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
there we go.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty much anywhere we have an international beer, Dolan's got somebody around there.
Delanoy was how Delano used to be spelled.
Delanoy.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a IX at the end?
No.
bummer.
N-O-Y. That's yeah.
No,
Is there an umlaut in there anywhere?
No.
Been a lot meddler if there
No.
was.
It would. It totally would. 1909, Bitburger produces its Simon Bra German Pilsner for the first time. With this new product, the brewery launches its first large-scale advertising campaign. What are they advertising in? Newspapers?
Yeah, had to be.
I guess. I mean, where else are you advertising? I guess you're putting up posters
Or
at
a
the
weekly magazine, maybe? I don't know.
pharmacy, maybe, where they sell the beers too.
Just painted on a wooden sign and there's advertising. Whoa, look at that.
Maybe that's true.
Beer.
1937, Bitburger receives the gold medal at the World Exhibition in Paris. The Bitburger beer fountain is inaugurated the same year. Now,
Beer fountain.
I don't think that's what it is. Look at the smile on your face.
I was just
that's not a real thing.
Thinking
No.
about getting in it.
It's the sometimes when I text you, I will send you the meme of Homer Simpson dancing by the beer truck that's spraying beer out.
yeah.
That's what I imagine. Yeah. 1944, around the end of the Second World War, the town of Bitburg and the Bitburger Brewery was almost completely destroyed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that
We're lucky it
was a
survived,
setback.
I guess,
It was
huh?
a setback. 1949 took them 5 years. For the first time after the Second World War, the brewery is able to brew beer again properly. Properly is the key word there. Were they doing it just one-off before?
Yeah, they didn't, quality control, not so important.
They had to take care of business.
That's right.
I guess so. All right. 1955, Bitburger creates its first advertisements for TV and cinema. So they're advertising before a movie or on the black and white set. Maybe they're in Germany.
I guess we did like Hams. They had TV commercials we talked about before, Labatt's and stuff like that.
Remember Hams, the old bear?
Yeah.
That was black and white back in the day. Yeah. 1971, the brewery reduces the range of varieties and concentrates to just one brand, the Bitburger Pilsner. So they're like, you know what? We're doing all these extra beers. We're not going to do that anymore. We're just doing the Pilsner.
I feel like that's probably coming to our craft beer world.
I
soon
have a
with
feeling
all the
that is
seltzers
true.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have a feeling that is true. 1991, so we skip ahead 20 years. The brewery acquired oh my goodness, a big long German name.
Okay, a lot of letters. Yep.
Kostritzer
Yep.
Schwarz Beer Brewery. I'm not going to do that again.
No, I
There you
wouldn't.
go.
That sounds perfect.
This is the name. It's in East Germany. In Bad, B-A-D, which is kind of weird. Bad Kostritz, Thuringia, East
Yep.
Germany. Yeah.
I'm glad that place doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, no. I guess there's a
We
reason.
couldn't find it if we had to.
I mean, it starts with bad. I don't. Do you want to really live there? Well, we're moving.
Unless it's like bad Leroy Brown.
The baddest man in the whole damn town.
He was kind of like cool. Like Michael Jackson bad.
okay.
Maybe it's
I was
like
gonna
that.
say, unless
Maybe
it's
that's what
like
it means.
bad ass, you know.
Oh, yeah. Badass.
1992, the new varieties of Bitburger Drive, non-alcoholic, and
Here we
Bitburger
are.
Light are launched. So this
30
was
years
launched.
ago.
Yeah, 1992.
Looks like that same logo 30 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. 1998, the relocation of production to the South Bitburg had been completed. The brewing operation in the north of town comes to an end after 180 years. So,
Dang.
north, out, south, in. That's,
Opposite of your baseball, Chicago,
I guess so, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. North
See, the
good, bad, south
White
bad.
Sox are in the south of Chicago.
Yeah, bad. Yeah.
Ah.
And they also have flat pizza down there, which is weird. I don't understand
Whoa,
that
it's
at
like
all.
a whole different city.
Yeah, it's like not a good one, that's for sure.
Pizza.
2009, the Bitburger brand world experience opens. The Bitburger brand experience world opens. Maybe this is where the fountain is at.
This was that museum or whatever they had?
Yes.
That was cool. Yeah,
Yep.
I saw that.
Here, visitors can find out everything worth knowing about the Bitburger brand and their brewery. So I would do that.
A brewery and a beer I'd never heard of until I was looking for NA beers. Like
Right.
this is, I don't think you can buy normal Bitburger here. If you can, I've never seen it.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. No.
So it's weird that there's a museum somewhere out there that people would actually go to on purpose, and I've never heard of it.
And visit that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 more just super weird facts here.
Okay.
How about that? On the heels of you saying that, Bitburger is the 3rd best-selling beer in Germany. 3rd best-selling. Now, it didn't say what was 2 and 1. I mean, they're just touting their own wares.
thing.
Right. Finally, 2019.
Oh, okay.
So just a few
Recent.
years ago,
Yep.
right? Right, just right before COVID starts. Making beer and making friends, they did their first collab with Sierra Nevada.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're kind of popular, I guess.
What was the collab?
They didn't say.
Huh.
It just said a partnership between Bitburger Brewery and Sierra Nevada Brewing.
Wow.
So it didn't say what it was. I assume it was some sort of Pilsner. I don't know.
Oh yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't think it's like some double milkshake IPA with raspberries and...
I would not
Lactose.
That's not even a Sierra Nevada beer either.
Oh, no.
Well,
So there you go. There is there's a truncated version of the Bitburger Brewery history.
you know, I wrote down a few history things too,
Okay.
and you didn't talk about any of them, which is how
Sweet.
much information is on that website.
That's so much.
1922, Bitburger Radler
Yes.
brewed.
Yes.
So they had a Radler, right? And it was created, those beers, that style, in Bavaria. In 2005, they started canning it. So there's a Bitburg Radler in a can. It's out there somewhere.
Is it still out there?
In Europe, it is. They still have it. I've not seen it around here. 1877, they made 1,000 hectoliters of beer. That is 100,000 liters.
Jeez.
There's 50 liters in a keg, which means they made 20,000 kegs of beer.
In 18...
77.
Good Lord.
I had to do the math on that.
Dang.
Let's see. 1992, you mentioned Drive. This beer came out. Also, that's the same year Bitburger Light hit the marketplace. You know, Bud Light was kind of hopping and popping back
Why
then.
not?
And
Why not?
Heineken Light had hit the marketplace, so they had theirs. They had a whole section of hops. If you notice on here, they have Bitburger Siegel Hopfen. That's their signature hop that it's like the proprietary one, right? It's one they use. So they had a whole big section about how they cultivated it and all that, and it was boring. But I did write down some of the interesting stuff.
Interesting.
Hop facts. Ready for these?
Ooh.
Hops are part of the hemp family.
Right.
They can grow up to 8 meters high, a single plant, so that's very tall. Only female plants are used for brewing. Which I did not know.
There's male and female hop plants?
Sure, all
Okay.
plants, male and female.
Oh, yeah, I
And
didn't
these
know
ones, they only use the female part. They have this thing, they call them an umbrel, and that's what makes the bitterness. So in the hop itself, if it's a female hop, it has this thing called an umbrel, which gives it the bitterness. So the
Interesting.
male does not have that, and it is really no good for bittering a beer. So that's why they use the female only. And hops are 80% water, like the cone hop, like a fresh flower hop.
Okay.
So that's why they have to be dried, because they're so wet already that they won't really do anything. They won't soak up anything if they're already,
They're
wet
saturated
to start
already.
with.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So that's just some quick hop facts I gathered off of there. You mentioned their slogan. I wrote that down. 1951, Bit ein Bit, which means 1 bit, please.
1 bit, please. It still says
So-
it on the bottle. You see
yeah.
that? It says it.
So at first, when I was writing these things down, I was like, oh, that's money. A bit is money. And then I was like, no, that's Germany, so that's not what it means. So it's just, they're just shortening the name of the town. This is the beer I want. Let's be like saying, give me a bud.
Give me a bud.
It's their way of doing that.
Yep.
Burger. Bitburger.
Yep.
What does that mean in German? Burger. Because I've, not unfortunately, but I have watched a lot of the Rankin Bass Christmas specials millions of times because my
Yes.
son loves them. And there's a character in there called the Burgermeister.
The Burgermeister, yeah.
And I was like,
Meisterburger.
okay, that's German. What the hell is burger mean? Why is this on here? Why is the Bitburger? In German, it means citizens. So it's like the citizens' beer. So the Burgermeister would be like the mayor of the town, or he's the head of people.
He was always a bad dude
until the end, and he got his own choo-choo train or yo-yo or something like that.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, you would think, he had a terrible disposition.
You ready for this?
Yep.
Who has the best burger in fast casual food? I wrote down a list.
Wow, that was a left turn.
It's burgers.
Okay.
We're going there.
Well, that's what the citizens would eat.
Wow, that's
Right?
That's what I was gonna say.
All right, so we'll just go thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe.
Okay.
McDonald's.
You know what?
I got thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for
I
me,
like
too.
a Big Mac.
I like there's like a salt and pepper combination on the patty that is just downright delicious. I feel like
I'm a big fan of the rehydrated onion, little chips, whatever they call those little things.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those.
As a kid, I scraped them off, but now I put them on.
No, those are delicious.
How about Red Robin?
Love
You
it.
Fan of Red Robin?
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had too many to have a super strong opinion.
You didn't have one that was terrible, so you're okay on
yeah.
them. All right. You eat one.
I've had two that were good.
All right.
How about that?
Royal Red Robin, when they put the egg on it.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Square patty. You're all right with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me too.
The triple at Wendy's is like my guiltiest of guilty pleasures. Oh,
Yum.
yeah.
That sounds good. Burger King.
The Whopper. I love a good Whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a very enthusiastic.
When I go to Burger King, I get the spicy nuggets if they have them.
Okay. Those are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of spicy actually.
Yeah, they are.
For like what, 99 cents or
Yep.
something?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. Sonic.
Yes.
I'm going to say no on that.
I'm not a Sonic guy because they put mayonnaise on everything.
Right.
Mayonnaise and mustard, which is
Yeah.
disgusting. Get it out of my face. No Sonic.
Mayo is kind of, in my opinion, the condiment, like
The king sauce.
The king sauce.
What? Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Okay.
How about Applebee's?
No, I don't need anything.
Nope.
No, Applebee's is disgusting.
All right,
No.
that was a fast no.
No.
How about this one? One of those in the case at the gas station. Get it out, warm it up in the microwave.
No. I made too many of those.
Gas
to
station
no.
cheeseburger.
No, thanks.
And the problem with those is, are you talking like the frozen ones?
Yeah.
And you put them in the microwave?
Well, not totally frozen, but yeah, definitely cold.
Well, the inside is always frozen. No matter what you do, the inside is frozen, and the outside is nuclear. Like there's no consistent.
You just have to eat around the
cooking
outside, I guess.
all the way through. So
Even the
no.
ones in the warmer, like I don't like it because they put the buns in the warmer as well, and then they sit there and they spin, and then you get it, and then it's just like a squishy, like like soggy. I don't even know. And then the
it's not good.
patty is
Right.
the patties don't come from anywhere special. Trust me.
So that's a no.
No.
And then the last one I wrote down, just a concession hamburger. You're at a concert, you're at a baseball game. You know they're perfectly circular. You know they were frozen 2 minutes ago.
Right.
You know what? I say yes to those. I like those.
I'd do it at the baseball game, at the concert. No.
They're always overcooked.
always.
I mean, it's
Hot
going to be
dogs
chewy.
or nachos.
Okay, so that's a no for you.
When then
All
you're
right.
trying to like balance and like put a little bit of ketchup, and you always get too much or whatever, and then it's just the ratios are way off. I'll do it. I'm not happy about it.
Okay, that's it. That was my quick burger survey. You want another quick turn? Because we're driving, guys.
Yeah, we're driving.
We can. It says we can.
Yep.
Drive.
Drive
One of my very favorite songs.
Oh.
By The
Incubus?
Cars.
Oh,
by the Cars. Yeah.
Not well. That's a good song too.
I
Dylan.
thought you were saying
I don't like Incubus at all.
What?
The Cars.
No, I don't. I've never liked Incubus. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
See,
dude,
I just
that dude still looks cool. He doesn't even own one shirt.
All right. This is where we're at right now.
don't so mad
That's
at me.
fine.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
This album came out, Heartbeat City,
Yep.
July 23rd, 1984. Maybe your dad had it on cassette.
Probably.
All right.
I had it
He
on
would have
cassette.
been. He would have been 6.
Could have been. It was a big radio hit.
Yeah, but I mean, you get those cassettes handed down to you over
Sometimes.
the years and stuff.
I had it on vinyl, but it was a beat-up copy. The song, written by Rick Ocasek, who was the, I guess, lead singer of the band, played guitar. However, song, picked this because of this reason.
Okay.
Sang by the bass player, Benjamin Orr. And it turned out to be one of the Cars' biggest hits of all time.
Well, they should have done that more often. Then.
Some dude named Mutt Lang produced the record.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Right before he had hit the big Def Leppard streak of the mid-'80s, so he's kind of up and coming.
And his name was Mutt.
Yeah, he was a rocker.
Yep.
Highest charting car song of all time. So it's their biggest hit.
Oh, I thought you meant like about cars. I'm like, no, that can't be true.
Nope.
But
By the Cars.
By the Cars.
Hit number 3 on Billboard, number 5 in UK, number 4 in West Germany, everybody, where we're drinking that beer.
Okay.
It's most famous for being in Live Aid, the Philadelphia concert performance. So that would have been 85 in the summer. You probably remember that. I do. That was
Vividly,
the year
yes.
like Phil Collins hopped on the Concorde, played in London, then flew over and played in Philly. You're like, wow, you can play 2 shows in one day? Amazing.
Yep.
Because he's cool. Anyway, so he played that song there, and it was like super popular. Everybody watched it, and it was a big hit already, so it just pumped up that song. Timothy Hutton, you know that guy, an actor?
I do, actor. Mhm.
He's in the video. They made a video.
I don't know if I ever saw it. Well, I'm sure I probably did, but...
He lived next door in New York to this dude named Elliot Roberts, who was the manager of the Cars.
Okay.
And Elliot would, get the early ins on the demos, right? So he brings them over. They're probably having a couple drive beers, maybe an herbal cigarette. They're sitting in this hotel, like they're a hotel or an apartment in the early 80s. And Timothy Hutton's like, man, that's a great song. You should do something with that. So they do. And they make a video, and Timothy Hutton gets to be in it. And there's this model, Polish chick. Her name is Paulina Porzakova.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she is the star of this video. Let me tell you what. Okay? Like Tawny Katane was the star of the White Snake video.
Yeah.
Paulina's the star of this video. And that's where Rick meets her, and they get married. And they stayed married until Rick died, like 2 years ago. So the song's been covered by a lot of bands. It's very popular. It's a kind of not really a karaoke staple because it's kind of a slow ballad, kind of a sad song. But I wrote down some of the covers that I like. One is by Bleachers. You know those guys, Dolan? That one dude?
Mm-mm.
So he was in Fun. Jack Antonoff is his name, but this is his solo. He does producing like a lot of bands. He's like Taylor Swift's buddy, and he does anything that's real cool. He's like a producer on that now.
Okay.
But he has a side project, I guess, or his own solo stuff called Bleachers. He does that. This band called Deftones has covered the song.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Soccer Mommy. I love Soccer Mommy.
Yeah.
She
Weird.
crushes it.
Okay.
Ziggy Marley, Bob's son.
Really?
Amy Mann has a cover of it.
Okay.
Which is delicious. Our Lady Peace, remember that Canadian band?
I do.
They had one. The Scorpions, talk about Mutt Lang territory.
The Scorpions covered it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this one goes out to Braden. Tim McGraw.
That's terrible.
Tim
That's
McGraw
terrible.
covered the song.
I got one that you didn't list there. It's kind of interesting. You didn't list it. There's a band called 6 a.m.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
You've heard of them, right? You probably would have heard of them.
Is it Nikki Sixx's band?
It is.
Oh boy, I knew
with
it.
a bunch of young dudes. So
okay.
it's him just old as hell,
Yeah.
right? And a bunch of young dudes.
Okay.
And they're pretty damn good.
That's good, huh?
It's pretty
And they
good.
do it. I don't know. Once I did the research, I listened to the song like 6 times in a row.
It's a little more the 6 a.m. version. I'd like to listen to the other covers, but it's a little more driving. Like they drive and get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see what I did there. But it builds and builds and builds.
Okay.
Through the end of the song, which is kind of interesting.
It's so famous to people our age that you have to do something to change it up a little bit. Otherwise, it's not going to live up to the original for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I got for us.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
So let's revisit this beer one last time before we hit Untapped. If I found this in the store,
Yeah.
I would probably have this in my fridge. I would probably have this.
If I could find the real version too, I would try it for sure.
It would be fun to have this side by side with their Pilsner.
Yeah.
And or Bitburger Light, if that is still around. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it looked like it was. I'd try the Rattler. I mean, they had quite I don't know, like 8 different styles on their website, I think, if I remember right. But
It
None
is
that I've seen here.
It's got that traditional German flavor to it. So
I do like that advertising guy. He's got the beer. He's got a bow tie and a weird hat, which
it's got
I think
a weird
is.
hat.
I think that was like a stylish hat in Germany, like maybe in before the 40s when this picture was created. Kind of looks like, if you look at the light just a little bit, it kind of looks like a chive Bill Murray. You know what I mean? Like that could be on a chive T-shirt.
It totally could. I know we talked about this on the last couple of episodes. Calories per 11.2 fluid ounces.
Yeah.
72.6 calories.
Yes.
That's very specific.
Yeah, it is. They're very, the Germans are
I guess.
to the details.
And 1.7 grams of protein. So much like last week, this is a meal replacement right there.
Better than a gas station cheeseburger.
All right, Untapped, 12,700 check-ins. Where do you think we land on Bitburger 0.0?
2.63.
1.98.
2.47.
Oh,
2.47. Not too far off. No. I quite honestly, I don't know. I think just beer snobs are dragging this down because it doesn't have an alcohol
I think
content.
they would. What do they call that? Review bombing.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd buy a 6-pack of this and put it in the fridge just for...
Well, I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I did.
All right, next week we wrap up Brian's non-alcoholic beer journey as we enter into. I think we're getting close to Easter, right? I mean, we're knocking on Easter's door.
Yes, we are getting close.
we are. We're super close.
Okay, look at the far off look in your eye, like
It's April 24th, if it makes a difference to anybody. I know exactly the date.
So one more NA beer next week, and then we will be back at it. We're going to do our baseball episode too here after the NAs are done. So look forward to that one. In the meantime, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another NA beer. I guess.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.